Alright, welcome back. This is gonna be the walkthrough on the High Wall of Lothric. This is of course the second level, technically the first. It's pretty easy level, it's not too long. This might be the first video that I have two parts to, I don't know. Of course you'll know, but yeah. Alright, so once you rest at the bonfire in Firelink Shrine, you will select travel and then travel to, of course, High Wall of Lothric, and you'll spawn in this room. Now, once you get up, you can just walk straight over to the doors and, of course, open them. Now, upon opening them, of course, there's nothing up here. This is just a useless area. What you'll want to do is just walk on down and rest at the bonfire. You don't have to rest, but it's completely up to you. You won't have taken any damage or anything. Then you're going to kill this guy. And from, of course, the bonfire over here, you're going to kill this guy. And then you're going to drop down right here. Now, one of the dogs, depending on how early you have gotten, would have ran up the stairs. Of course, the dogs are kind of easy, but they are kind of annoying sometimes as well. Once you kill the dogs, though, you're going to walk over to this halberd guy. And the strategy for killing him is to just bait his attack and then walk behind and, of course, get an easy backstab. And then you're just going to get him on wake up. Axeman will most likely also come up. You just do the same thing for him as well. They're pretty easy enemies, seeing as they just can be beaten so easily. Axeman will drop the Great Axe, which you will eventually get, but you can get him his Great Axe very early on, which will allow you to have a pretty decent strength weapon. Halberd Man can drop some titanite shards, and he can also drop his good old halberd. Now, once you come up here, don't worry about the archer, because the real madman is this guy. He will spawn into, or he will turn into a abyss monster, and they're very difficult to kill. Of course, you will pick up the longbow. And that is all that's up here. Now you're gonna backtrack and go backwards to to the bonfire. And it's completely up to you if you want to rest at the bonfire, seeing as how much damage you've been taken. And instead of, teleporting to another location, you're gonna just go down the opposite side of stairs. And you're gonna first off kill this guy. All the enemies in this level will take 1 to 2 hits. This guy you're gonna want to kill as fast as possible, seeing as if you don't kill him very quickly, he's going to end up being very loud and alerting all the enemies that would normally wake up and start attacking you. And instead of going down, you're going to go up these side stairs, and then kill again the Screecher, or whatever their name is. Now, once you kill him, you're going to want to go up these stairs and kill this guy, or let him drop off. If he drops off, though, he is going to come up the stairs, or at least try to. You can get an easy backstab. Or drop kill, sorry. You're gonna want to go up the stairs, of course, and you're gonna find the binoculars. Now, these are good for scouting out levels, or seeing very distant things, like the views upon views of specific levels. This one is one of them, in certain locations. Now, once you kill those two guys, you don't have to really worry about them. They won't get up on their own. You're going to want to come over here and then drop down. Be very careful, though, because, you can fall off and die. but this is going to give you some gold pine resin. Now it takes you into the location that we would have gone down. There's approximately 3 enemies in this area. Be careful of this one because he's hiding behind boxes, as you can see, and he can jump out at you. It's easy. You can shield break him pretty easily. Of course, you don't use the ladder, you just drop down like a real man. And then from here, you're just going to want to run. Now, depending on what build you choose is depending on what items you go to pick up. Because the dragon will launch fire. You can roll through the fire and just watch your health, really. Seeing as the dragon can do quite a bit of damage. And you most likely won't be able to heal. But this is going to give you the claymore. Oh man. And then you're going to be able to get an ember. And then that is a club. I'm not going to grab that. That's pretty useless. Now in here, you can do the cool parkour jump. And then you can drop down. Do not open this chest, because this is, of course, a mimic. As you can see, it is a mimic. And if you open it, it will grab you, like it just tried to. And it will kill you very quickly, if you do not have the armor or health to not die. It will, it's got only a few attacks. It's got a kicking, it's got a normal, like, arm swing, and it's also got a grab, which will do the most damage. It's a very easy fight if you just kind of dodge and then hit once, and dodge again. It can get staggered. You can also use undead hunter charms on it, which will make it open its mouth and you can grab the item. You can get its head, which is a rare drop, and then you can also get its deep battle axe. I wasn't actually expecting it to get the head. This head boosts your item discovery by 100, which is very useful, but it does deal damage to you over time. So if you wear it, you're just gonna want to watch your health, make sure that you don't end up dying from it. Now what you're going to do is walk up the ladder, or do the parkour jump again, and then come out into here. You're going to want to kill this guy, and then there's a Lothric Knight. The Lothric Knight is easy, you just want to dodge behind him and get a nice backstab. And then you can hit him on wake up. Now, they are kind of annoying if you get trapped in a combo. That's one of the combo initiators. What he'll do is he'll hit you once and then he'll just continue to hit you unless you roll out of it, and they can be very hard to roll out of sometimes. Now what you're going to want to do is come in and then just hang a right. This guy will come after you, you're just going to kill him. And then you can come up here and get the firebombs, sorry, and then you're just going to go through this door and up the stairs to your left, and there's going to be a bonfire. And you're going to be wanting to rest at the bonfire, of course. Now, what you're going to want to do is walk over here and pick up the titanite shard. And then from there, you can just walk back down the stairs and then just drop directly off to the right and then through this door. Sometimes this thief will come after you. He can be kind of annoying. You're just going to want to get this soul. And then you're going to want to kill this dude. But be careful because another one does crawl up the side. Oh man. These hollows can be annoying sometimes. Not even going to lie. They don't do a ton of damage. They just attack you constantly pretty much. As you can see. They just don't stop. Then you're just gonna drop down this ladder, and then there's another abyss beast right here. You might not be able to get him. Don't worry about that item, it's just a soul. What you're gonna want to do is walk over to this side of the roof, and there's gonna be a crystal lizard, which you're gonna kill, and it's gonna give you a raw gem. Now this raw gem is pretty useful. It makes it to where your weapon does a lot of damage, well, a lot more damage at least, but it does end up taking away scaling. But unlike other infusions, it does take away scaling, of course, which is a downside, but it can also allow it to still be buffed by any of the buffs. So if you wanted to buff it with lightning but not have the split damage, you can do that. So raw gems are very useful for certain weapons and weapon types. It just depends on what kind of class you're doing and build. Now below the ladder there was a doorway, and you're gonna want to go through that doorway and then hang a right, or a left I mean, into this room. And then be careful from this room. There's a titanite shard. And then you're just gonna want to go back out into this room and kill this Lothric knight, which has a spear instead of the classic sword. It's pretty easy, you can just bait its attacks and then hit it from the sides or the back. It can be shield broke. And then of course, don't forget that you can kick it. Let me try to get its shield up. Of course it won't put its shield up. Right here is just a soul. Not too useful. Of course it does give you more souls though. Now first we're gonna go through here. Watch out for this hollow, he can be annoying if he hits you. In this room is going to be the broadsword. It's a little bit better than the long sword, seeing as it does scale a little bit better for strength. Now, first of all, before we go that way, we're going to go down this way, and then we're going to go to the right. Now to the right, in here, you're going to get the silver eagle kite shield. And that's a 100% block shield. It's a little bit worse than the knight shield, but it's got its perks. Now coming down here, you're going to want to bait the dog. Didn't know it was right there. And then kill the dog. Okay, as long as the dog will want to die, of course. And then, this is where you're going to want to use those fire bombs. You're going to want to try and throw them to either get their attention or deal damage. You're gonna have to hit them in order for them to actually come towards you. Just do the same thing as earlier. Kind of dodge the attack. It's gonna probably fall down, and then you can just hit it. From here we're gonna fight, you know what, we're gonna fight this dude. I'm just gonna throw a, oh, did not mean to do that. Throw a firebomb into that, killing him instantly. We're gonna throw a firebomb at that guy. And then just again, dodge the attack and hit him from the back. These axe guys are pretty easy. Now in this room, you know what, since we've killed everybody, what we're gonna do is get that titanite chunk, or shard, sorry. Then you're gonna go back up these stairs. And then go back over to here, and then turn right this time. Going down this way, you're going to pick up the green blossoms, and then continue forward, breaking those. Then you're going to open this chest, which is a normal chest. It's going to give you the Astoris Stray Sword, which is actually a pretty decent sword. It does do quite a bit more damage than both the broadsword and the longsword, and it does heal you over time by about 1 health every few seconds. Now we're going to drop down and get this item, which is the Estus Shard. And then you're going to go down here where there is another dog. And you're just going to kill the dog and then pick up the cell key. Now what you're going to want to do is walk this way. And then you can just drop down and try to get that guy. You're most likely not going to be able to. Now see that big man? You can fight him if you want, but I just like to run past him. He's pretty easy to fight. He can just do quite a bit of damage. Now what you're gonna do is run over to here, and then go to the right. You can just run past these guys. Then you're just gonna run straight. And then you're gonna go into this room, and there's gonna be an elevator. Now you're gonna go onto the elevator. And this is gonna be unlocking the shortcut for the boss. Now behind the elevator, oops, I'm gonna wanna bring that up. What you're gonna do is open this door, and you've unlocked the shortcut. Now what you're gonna want to do is bring back up the elevator. And then kill this guy. Again. Kill him quite easily, and then you're gonna kill this guy. Get this soul, and then pick up whatever he drops, if he does drop anything. Then you're just gonna go up these stairs. And walk back up these stairs. And you're gonna rest at the bonfire. Now what you're gonna do from here is you're going to teleport to the tower on the wall bonfire. I'll see you there. Alright, now once you're here, what you're going to do is go down these stairs. And then you're gonna hang another right. But this time you're gonna drop down again, where there's another halberd man. He most likely is gonna hit you, but again, you can just backstab him pretty easily. And of course, kill him. The thief might drop down. He's most likely just gonna stand at the ladder. And then this guy's gonna throw some fire bombs, which in this room you don't really want, because all of these boxes will blow up. And they'll do quite a bit of damage, if not kill you instantly. To the left, there's going to be another thief. You're just gonna kill him, and then you're gonna pick up the mail breaker, which is a type of dagger, and then you're gonna use the cell key here. And this is gonna unlock Grey Rat, and you're just gonna go through him and grant the request, and he's gonna go to the Firelink Shrine. Alright, I'll see you guys back at the High Wall of Lothric bonfire. Alright, welcome back. Now, we're gonna go fight the boss. Hope you guys are ready. What you're gonna want to do is just kill this guy again. Oh, before we do anything though, you're gonna want to equip the gold pine resin. This is gonna make the boss a cakewalk. Now you're just gonna drop down here. Drop down onto here. Kill the dog, I guess that's wanting to follow me this time. And then you're just gonna wait for him to go up the stairs. And once he gets up to that little thing, you're gonna hug this wall and drop down. And then you're just gonna go onto the elevator. He most likely will not follow you down the elevator. Sometimes you just get unlucky and he just does anyways. But now from here you're just gonna run. Don't worry about that item, that's just a soul, I believe. It's nothing useful. Now you're just gonna run down this way, pick up this soul. You don't have to get that, I just wanted to make sure that it is a soul. You're gonna hang a right, going down this way, dodging all the enemies, and then you're just gonna walk into this room. This is, of course, the boss arena. Nobody will follow you in here. What you're gonna want to do is walk up to this door, and it'll put you into a cutscene. Alright, so right out of the gates, what you're going to want to do is apply the gold pine resin and lock onto him. He is mostly going to slam his face or walk backwards. And the strategy for this guy is to just stick to his back and stomach. And it's pretty easy. His attacks are very easy to dodge. None of his attacks will hit you if you're behind him, except for one in the second stage, which he has just gone into. He's going to start targeting you, and you're just going to roll through him. And then he's going to go into his attack, where he blasts with frost. And you can just easily kill him. It is not a hard boss at all. Especially with the gold pine resin. He is weak to lightning, making this boss very easy. Alright, from here, if you did take damage, you're going to want to rest at the bonfire. And then you can take off the gold pine resin. From here, you're just going to go back out of the boss arena. And back up these stairs. Now, if you want, you can kill all the enemies. I am just going to run through it, seeing as you won't really take that much damage. Again, you can just run straight past these Lothric knights. You're just going to go into this room and talk to the lady in here. Do not kill her, otherwise it will spawn the dancer, which is a mid to end game boss. She kind of initiates the end game bosses. So you're just going to talk to her until you get everything. And then you're just going to leave the room. And then you're just going to go back to the Vort bonfire. Dodging all the enemies. Now once you're here, you're going to go through these doors. And it'll take you to a cliff, where you will be able to raise the banner right about here, and it'll bring you into a cutscene. Which will of course bring you to the Undead Settlement, the next level of the game. I hope you guys did enjoy this episode, and I will see you next time. Never mind. We'll be right back.